Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Yahtzee is a classic board game that's been sold for probably 50, 60, 70 years or more. And a lot of games have borrowed heavily from Yahtzee. The idea of rolling the dice and mitigating them by rerolls and hoping you get the reroll you want is found in anything from classics like King of Tokyo to a large number of games. It's a great way to take dice rolling and mitigating a little bit in a very easy aspect. So Yahtzee has been borrowed by so many games, so why doesn't it stand up for me? I guess because all you're really doing in this game is trying to get a collection of numbers, and you're kind of pigeonholing yourself in. And you see a lot of roll and write still utilize a lot of aspects of this game. But I think that's where the game has a little bit of a weakness, is that it is being used so much other places and perhaps in better games. And it almost feels now like it's part of a game rather than a complete game. Obviously, it is a complete game because it's called Yahtzee, right? But so many other games that perhaps are better are borrowing parts of this or the best parts of this and adding it to that game. So like if I was going to play this or King of Tokyo, I'd rather play King of Tokyo or some other roll and write game. But this is the granddaddy of all roll and write games. If you want to play the first, most popular, whatever you want to say, this is probably it. Yahtzee is a classic for a reason. It's not a bad game, nor is it a terrible game. It's a good introductory game of rolling the dice and using that mitigation luck factor. Reminds me of an old game called CV that obviously borrowed heavily from this game. Once again, I think I'd rather play that game than just vanilla Yahtzee. But this is a grandfathered in game. It's a classic game. It's one that still provides fun for the table. It's still, its influence is felt in so many games. And in some ways, this game has a larger history to me in modern games than even like Monopoly or Risk or any of these other games. You can go through your gaming collection and this idea of mitigating luck over and over again. And even just the dice rolling or the roll and writes that are born from this game has its fingertips everywhere. And for that, Yahtzee is a classic. Now, it's something I've purged. I don't want to keep this game. Isn't something I want to play. There are other more modern games that I enjoy more. This one's themeless. Doesn't have a lot to it. It's just a select collection of numbers. It doesn't really pull me in. But you have to give tip of your hat and respect to Yahtzee because it is well earned. Purge for me, but this is a classic. Here is Yahtzee, which is the original game, classic or remake of it. But you're going to get a particular component here, which will be the cup, which I thought was kind of cool. So you put your dice, and these are just regular dice in here. And you can use these to roll, I suppose. You got kind of bored of it after a while. You're going to get some tokens you can use to score extra points there in the game. There's a little cheap tiddlywinks. You can get a rule book, which we'll take a look at in a few minutes. You're going to get a scoring pad, and there's quite a few of these, and could have been a little bit more in here, but you provide your own pencils. The rest of this is just empty space. There's a lot of air in this. Not a whole lot to it. It's okay, but each one of these will score one person. The components are fine. Nothing to get excited about. Here is the rule book. You can open it up. You're going to see it's going to fold out quite a bit. You're going to have pictures and examples and kind of teach you how to play it. It's all made to look like the original version or one of the original versions, etc. It takes you through some of the strategy here that you might have in the game and kind of how to score things, etc. I probably needed about 2 or 3 minutes, maybe 5 to read through this if you've never played Yahtzee before, have no affiliation or familiarization with it at all. Maybe you need 5 or 10 minutes. So Yahtzee's all about scoring and how you're going to score. So you're going to score like ones that you're going to have, and the twos, the threes, the fives. You have three of a kind, full kind. You're going to add this all up, and whoever has the most points to win. And what's going to be strategic about the game is that when you roll the dice, you're going to look at this. You're going to say, oh, I got 2 3s, but I got a 2 3 4 5. So then all I really need is a 6, and I would have a full straight. So right now I have a small straight. So you kind of look at your score. What else can I score here? And, okay, didn't get what I wanted. Maybe I'll try again. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I ended up getting a large straight, a sequence of 5. So then I would put my points here, which is 40 points. Let's say I roll a 3. Oh, I didn't get it. I might have to go to small straight, etc. But once you fill that small straight up, I can no longer get it again. So if I'm making that same decision and it's already been chosen, I got to go a different direction. So you're always going to roll the dice. You can hold back whatever dice you want. Oh, I got 2 5s. I'll hold those back. And you can have up to 2 re-rolls. 2 5s and 2 6s. That's pretty good. But I'm going to re-roll this and press my luck and see if I can get it. I did. I got 3 5s. So I can do 3 of a kind, which would give me 15 points. Or I could do 3 5s, which give me 15 points. And it's like, how do I lock myself in here? As the game progresses, you're going to have fewer and fewer options until the game is over. Whoever has the most points is the winner of Yahtzee. Now, the little variant is, if you get Yahtzee, you can grab these points. Starting with the second one, you're going to get an extra 100 points. And then you're going to get, if you get 5 of a kind, you're going to score 50 for that Yahtzee. And then if you get 63 points up here, you're going to get a bonus of 35. So it's a little bit extra you can have in here. And that's Yahtzee. Who should buy Yahtzee? This is something you're going to buy for a gift or somebody who's just looking for a light game. You can play with more people. You can play solo. You can just roll the dice and mitigate them. Yahtzee is a beloved game, and its influence is felt throughout the world in many modern board games, and for that, I think Yahtzee is a good game to have in any collection. Purge for me, but I definitely see its value and its heritage.